Welcome back to Heroes in Training. This is episode 31. It has been too long. It has been
Indeed.
like
Been
three
84
holidays. It's
years.
been 4 holidays if you count Groundhog's Day.
Which we do,
It's the
obviously.
most important holiday, obviously.
That's right.
Is it
Um,
episode 31?
It is. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy.
Interesting.
We
That is pretty crazy.
we're gonna do a little bit of a recap, really quick. Essentially, the Celestial Seven are all up against like counters of themselves, villain counters themselves. Wait, what did Jared say?
Dead.
Oh well, we'll find out.
Vulcan is certainly
Um,
dead today. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, you're playing the character, right?
I know.
That's why he's dead.
Yep.
Because Vulcan is up against Reaper, the
Mhm.
BBEG. When we talked about this last, I suggested that it's not a fight where you're up against somebody with conditions in a an even match, but it's more like a three conditions to survive. Like if you can make enough time, kind of like what we did with Bastion and when he was being chased by Inferno, right? It's like
Right.
Similar scales, right? And you guys already rescued Luminescence. You killed Midnight, who was her counterpart, essentially. Who else was there?
There was Temperature Lady and Liquid Metal guy.
Yep, that's what Dragon was up against, and
Yeah.
Left Wing choked out Exothermia, and then Palladium put his armor on Rend, and then vented all the heat inside, and made them all droopy. And then Morningstar was like, he solved the puzzle, and then melted him into the ground.
Once again, Morningstar being the worst character ever and stealing my moment of greatness.
Steal kill, yeah.
He's done this twice now, and I hate him for it.
Yeah, he's a great character. You just proved that he's a great character. He's fun to hate, kind of like an Abner. Bastion is up against two of the five elements, Quagmire and Blightbringer.
Giggity.
Yeah. Actually, I think I understand what that you're referencing.
Can't believe you called him Quagmire. It's hilarious.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Dragon is also in the fight with Bastion, and he is severely injured and angry. Countess is up against Aftershock and Push. I guess the rest of them we'll get there, and it'll be fine. But we're going to open up with a scene of Palladium, like asleep, like unconscious on the church floor, right?
Mhm.
And we're gonna see Skystrand like scoop him up basically, and like carry him outside the church building. And as soon as we do, we see like explosions in this like domed wooden area, and Dragon and Bastion are fighting against Quagmire and Lightbringer, and Skystrand carries Palladium over there, and Morningstar goes over there as well, and I think it's Thunder and Quantum Quill and Mister all over there too, right? And you Left Wing as well. I think maybe you're just getting there now. Let me see here. Essentially, when you guys kind of get over there, I guess we get a shot of like the fight between Dragon and Bastion and them. And Dragon is super angry and like Goku yelling right as he's fighting, and more like Bakugo yelling. And over the comms, it's kind of as soon as like Skystrand and Morningstar kind of like get there and is like looking at what's happening. Marty over the comms says, "Hey, guys, Countess seems like she could really use some help. Do you guys have things under control over there yet? How's Dragon doing?" And maybe like Skystrand over the comm says, "We have one villain in custody. The other one's dead. Dragon and Bastion are fighting something else." And Marty's like, "Well, what does that mean?" And I think Skystrand maybe looks towards you, Left Wing, and Thunder, Quantum Quill, and Mist. Like, what the heck is this? Because you guys don't seem to be too surprised.
Not actually even sure if I know.
Oh, really? No,
Like, I think he's mentioned it, right? But I've never seen any.
Just gets attacked by random people sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there for it. This is the first time I've ever seen him fight. Like, he killed the metal guy on his own. I wasn't there for that.
And the only
maybe
one there for Inferno was Beaver Boy.
No.
Well, no, but you guys were told about it.
Yeah, like I know of that. Yeah, I guess.
Quantum Quill is here, right?
Yes.
She would probably know the most because she was there with Bastion that one time, right?
I also don't know that unless he specifically said, hey, these are those people that are chasing us. I mean, we're literally fighting a superhero army or a supervillain army that we've we don't know who's on their side.
Yeah, I think Quantum Quill knows. I think Quantum Quill says, Marty, these are 2 of the 5 elements that are fighting them. It's the like Chinese group that's chasing Bastion, trying to bring him back to China. And Marty's like, yep, okay. Wow, what timing. And he says, do they have it under control? And Morningstar's like, you can't be serious. And Marty's like, actually, yeah, if they look like they have it under control, you guys need to get to Countess ASAP. I think she's going to die. And especially if you have a villain in tow, you kind of need to bring her into custody, right? Or he probably assumes him. Bring him into custody, right? And Skystrand kind of looks down at Exothermia as she is like holding her, and she's like, he's got a point. And what was the other thing? And Palladium, right? Palladium's unconscious, right? And so Skystrand says, we also have an unconscious sidekick. Marty says, all right, your orders are to get out of there. Drop off Exothermia and Palladium with somebody along the way, but get to Countess immediately. You're the closest group.
Your orders are to get out of there. Leave Palladium behind. He's a liability at this point. Marty,
the dead bury their own dead. Get out of there.
Left Wing, I take it you have some concerns with this?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure Countess can hold her own. I'm not gonna just leave Bastion and Dragon. I mean, Dragon was hurting pretty bad.
So I'm gonna kind of force a narrative beat here. Bastion, the last thing that you did was
classic Connor move.
This already happened. This was already a roll for it.
Yeah.
The last thing I did was realize the trees were carbon.
Yeah, right. and you burned, right?
Dude, this was like 2 months ago. I don't remember.
Well, you rolled plus conditions.
Who listened to plus conditions? So unless you took a powerful blow, I'm pretty sure you rolled burn.
I listened to the episode 2 weeks ago, and we thought we were playing, and I don't remember either.
I'm pretty sure that the last thing you did was roll burn because
I'm also pretty sure.
You wanted to.
He did indeed just roll conditions on roll 20. So
that makes sense. You found out that Quantum Quill told you that trees are made of 50% carbon. Yeah. So then you were like, okay, well I roll burn then. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So that 7 gives you 2 burn and makes you mark your condition.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have a condition marked? Actually, you probably have
I have 2. So
yeah, you have 2 marked. Okay.
I'm going to assume I did. I marked one.
I'm pretty sure it was Quantum Quill who reminded Bastion of this, by the way, just to make sure the beats are lining up here properly.
Yes. Yeah. So you roll burn and you gather a bunch of carbon, right? Mm-hmm. So essentially the forest just kind of like explodes.
Yeah.
Right, the trees all explode and get shrapnel.
Like Bastion like basically is pulling like a giant carbon mass to himself.
So I'm like, oh, Bastion, and then I realize he's doing it. Right, we see it like swirling around him or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he'll probably be fine. Looks like he's got it.
Instead of a Dark Lord, you shall have a queen.
Oh man, that's actually a really good moment. Okay, so we'll have that be the beat there, but Morningstar, I guess Skystrand is like, all right, you heard Marty's orders. It's time to go. And she like scoops everybody up except for Morningstar, obviously. And she kind of like turns to like take off, and then like turns and looks back at Morningstar, and Morningstar's just like staring at the battle, like kind of narrowing his eyes. And Morningstar says, "No." And Skystrand says, "Morningstar, come on. Don't, this isn't the time to politic."
Literally
and he says,
the worst.
He says, "This isn't politicking. This is about the future of our hero society."
Oh, he's a bad guy.
Leaving.
Get him.
And Skystrand says, "You're going against direct orders." And Morningstar says, "Wouldn't be the first time. At least not for him." And he looks over at Dragon. And Skystrand just kind of shakes her head and says, "I'm not sticking up for you this time." And Morningstar says, "I know." And Skystrand takes off. So as we are taking off here, I think it's time to zoom into... actually, let me check my notes, because I'm pretty sure I wanted to do something right away.
You are the GM. That is your job to do things.
We'll do this first. We're going to zoom into Palladium. Palladium, I think maybe like your armor is slowly growing, right? But you're like being carried away, like Frodo on the eagle, right? And we like zoom into your armor, and then we like black, and then like we appear inside of Vulcan's armor and like leave.
Mm-hmm.
And like zoom out to see Vulcan standing, face to face with Reaper at the same place where Tempest and Heartbeat fought.
Yeah, I'd like to think it's like we see the webs of energy in my armor and kind of follow them up and then into a seam and then come out at a weird angle back down.
Yes.
Vulcan's armor, yeah.
And we'll kind of, we'll ping this again later, but essentially Palladium is seeing this. And when he wakes up, he'll think this is like he'll remember.
At least I'll be able to have witnessed my mentor's death, if not stop it.
Part of his weird armor transformation thing that's going on with him, where he could like write the alien language once, and he like didn't realize what he was doing.
Armor
puberty.
What
the heck is this symbol?
Connected to the hive mind of the alien race.
You know what? That's the canon phrase, kind of like the Peter Tingle. We'll go with that.
Yeah. If Left Wing ever finds out that your armor's changing, he'll make that joke. Don't worry.
Vulcan, when he talked to Palladium about it once, called it puberty, and it was a mistranslation of you're going through puberty. And I'm like, I think I already did that, I think.
Second puberty.
You've had one, yes.
You've had one, yes.
Okay. All right,
aliens go through 6 puberties. All right, so
and by the end, they are as hairy as a gorilla.
Oh man,
lovely.
All right, so we're going to get the scene. I actually, since Caleb is playing Vulcan this episode, Vulcan isn't Caleb's character anymore, so I'm just still directing him. Directing Vulcan, I mean. So I actually wrote out a script for Vulcan and Reaper. And I'm going to have Caleb play voice act for Vulcan. Yeah, Caleb did actually change some of the wording and stuff like that. But I also also corrected some of the things he said too. Because
my revisions were not all accepted.
Yeah. Okay, so Reaper starts off the conversation. He says...
So as a reminder, we're standing in the desert in the same location where what's his face?
Tempest and Heartbeat
fought, yeah.
"I've been watching all of you on the top for a very long time. All the while, me and my own gathered up the scraps from the bottom. Before the serum, every man was created equal. You and the rest of your Celestial 7, you're the reason for the imbalance, for the injustice in our country. And me, I'm the equalizer."
And Vulcan kind of tilts his head. Not like he's like offended or anything, but just kind of curious about what he's saying. And then he speaks. His voice is steady, almost clinical, right? Almost dry. And he says, "Your pattern of interference did always suggest some long-term intent. Your goal is the redistribution of power through the destabilization of the systems that currently hold it. You believe such powers should not be centralized. Am I correct in my assessment thus far?"
You think like a think tank, or you talk like a think tank.
I think like one too. No, he opens up his armor and it's just a fish in a tank. I've been a goldfish this whole time. Anyway, then Vulcan takes a step forward. And he says, "My duty to them is to hold you off until help can arrive."
Reaper, his eyes narrow on the word them, and he like really looks at Vulcan, and he says, "Them." And he starts to kind of walk in a circle around him, like a classic villain move, right? He says, "Not us, not the people, not the citizens." And he really takes a look at like the armor, and maybe we get like a shot from inside of Reaper's vision, and he kind of like is looking at Vulcan's power source. And he looks at like the armor, and he doesn't see like any pieces to it. It's like, it's not like Iron Man suit where there's like seams and whatnot. And he concludes that like it grew on him, and he goes, "I always knew something was strange about your power."
And Vulcan just kind of stares at him for a moment, but seems to hesitate for a moment and then says, "Strange is a subjective classification."
Reaper starts to step towards Vulcan, and he stops a few feet shy from him and says, "You're not from here, are you?"
What led you to that conclusion?
"I've always suspected something was different about you. You don't say my country, you say your country."
Your actions threaten stability.
"So does inequality."
Inequality is not inherently unlawful or immoral. Structure and hierarchy are necessary to any functioning society. And power without limitations, that causes fractures in societies that will inevitably lead to their ruin.
You trust them to decide who deserves power?
I trust that the unchecked escalation of power costs more lives than it saves.
Reaper slowly smiles, and like in his head says like, "There it is." You don't actually care who rules them, do you? As long as they are orderly.
I do not make apologies for my belief in the virtues of an orderly society. My view of the world, as some might put it, is a necessary condition to prevent its extinction.
Extinction? His eyes go up at that, and he like steps back, almost like he's like taken aback, like shocked of what he said, and he goes, "Oh, you're not from here because you love them, are you? A human hero would answer from his loyalty. You're here because you're afraid of what they become when they aren't under control."
My duty is to hold you off until reinforcements arrive.
Reaper smiles. "Them," he says to himself. "You're not one of us."
You misunderstand my purpose.
Reaper shakes his head. "No, I understand it perfectly. You're a warden." He basically like pulls back into a battle stance, and he says, and smiles, and he says, "And I'm the jailbreak." He starts like there's some solar energy that starts to like coil at his fingers, and he says, "Here's the funny thing, Vulcan. If everyone is power, there's nothing left to monitor. So tell me." And he looks right into Vulcan's eyes and smiles. "If I make them all equal, who are you here to protect?" And he lunges forward and fires off an explosion of solar energy. That's going to be the first beat to the fight. Before
Vulcan
we
dies.
jump into, actually, why don't you go ahead and think about what you're going to roll in response to this, or like what you're going to do, right? Actually, not even think about what you're going to roll, but like what Vulcan does. and then we can figure out what you roll because that's how we play this game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this whole time Vulcan was doing before we get started, which allows him to, when he closely observes his opposition before a fight, he rolls plus savior. Can I just make that roll now since technically that has already happened?
Yes. What I want you to also mark, though, as part of entering into Vulcan's body in this conversation,
sure,
is insecure. You're going to start this with insecure.
Okay, yeah. Sure. Good thing I'm not going to really do any of those moves, so. All right, here we go. Any bonuses, minuses?
What is that roll? Read that to me.
So it is from the soldier. When you have time to closely observe your opposition before a fight, roll plus savior. On a 10+, you hold 3. On a 7 to 9, you hold 2. On a miss, you hold 1 and mark a condition. During the fight, you can spend your hold to name a character you observed, in which case, honestly, obviously only Reaper here.
Yeah.
And do one of these things so I can use it during the fight as a currency to do things to him. Such as redirect their attack to another character or nowhere, cross the distance between them and you, stun them close up from a distance, ignore all harm from one of their attacks, or escape any bindings or impediments they attempt to place on you.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. Okay, that's a really powerful ability.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Sweet.
No minuses.
Yep.
Okay, actually, now that I think about it, this, I kid you not, actually, this is borderline a -3. Because he has powers you don't even know about. Right?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, that's what we roll at as children. So I feel like that's not... I mean, Vulcan is one of the strongest superheroes we have, right? I feel like -3 seems kind of...
True, steep. But the 3 in him were a stalemate, right? -2.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I suppose that's true. Was Vulcan in that fight?
Yeah.
Well, then he at least knows the basics of how he fights, even if he doesn't know all his powers. I'm sure he's left things back, right? But
he did in that fight too.
And I'm sure Left Wing gave a report, right, of like all the powers. Do you notice stuff, or I guess maybe you didn't know. Like,
well, so Left Wing doesn't know all the powers, right?
Yeah,
he would have seen all the powers that
everything that we know as characters is also what Vulcan knows at this point, and probably more. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll take a -2.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Swing.
Oh no!
Crazy.
Oh no!
Crazy.
Oh no! All right. So
well, it's because you're rolling savior, Gib.
Yeah, I know. I already
He's insecure.
Yeah. I did not add any modifiers because I knew it was already going to give me a -2. So.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh dang. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow! So it could have been worse than that.
Yep. I rolled a 4.
So here's what I'm going to say is the reason that you don't get this is, well, I mean, one, because right, his powers are like you don't know all his powers and stuff, right? But also, he was more getting into your head,
of course,
than you were getting into his.
Yeah, that's obviously what Vulcan was trying to do, but it wasn't. It obviously didn't work. I do get to hold 1, so it's not like it was completely useless, but I do have to mark a condition. So
do you have to mark a condition from that?
Yeah, by failing. Yep.
Holy cow!
It's all right. It's all right. I knew Vulcan was going to die today. It's fine. Let's see. I will go ahead and mark afraid as well. Because my plan here is to only do a wield your powers with precision and grace. That is the only thing I'm going to do. I am not going to try to attack him at all. I'm literally just going to survive. That's it. Right?
Yeah.
So, all right.
Dang. Okay.
Get to hold 1.
Dude. Man, this is gonna be wild. All right. It's playing. The rules are playing out like it should have. So
just because it's been 100 years, I want to make sure that this is so the roll that he just made was not the defend somebody move, right?
Correct. That was him rolling to study him, basically.
Right. So it wouldn't have been penalized by his.
So I knew Connor gave me a -2. I knew it was I was already going to get a -2 from being insecure, so I did not give myself any modifier.
So it is -2 was the modifier for the roll.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
it is accurate because I knew.
So much of what the hold is for being able to like escape his patterns and stuff like that, which he doesn't know.
I just wanted to make sure he wasn't taking a penalty, or if he was, that this was a thing that we were doing on purpose, that he wasn't taking a penalty to a move that shouldn't be penalized.
Correct.
I knew that in advance.
Yeah.
Okay. But I also know that we've changed how that works a little bit to make the custom moves more valuable.
This is something completely different. So
okay, I just couldn't remember where we were on that.
It's just because that the move is originally from the soldier, and the soldier uses savior for everything, so it's good for the soldier basically. So
yeah.
We made a really like concrete decision about that, and I don't remember what it was.
All right, I knew we did, and I don't remember what it is.
Of course it is.
I guess I need to listen back to the entire game and write down every rules decision we make.
From what I remember, we decided that your special moves should take bonuses from your character's stuff, which means they should also take penalties, so that they're integrated into the main mechanics more than just you should always use the main moves because they're the only ones that get in.
Well, I think the main thing was that if the move that you're doing is basically functionally the same move as the basic move that would give you -2 for doing it based on your condition, then you should still apply it.
Like if you're rolling the stat and you have a condition to the stat, then you get a penalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
so
no, but yeah.
Now you should respond to what Vulcan does as he is attacked by thermal energy or solar energy.
Oh, should I? Okay, I thought we were moving past it. That's fine. Can I? Well, I guess I could just spend my hold right away.
Yep. Yeah, you can.
Redirect their attack to
it's like your whole thing, right?
That's true. Yeah, redirect their attack to another character, myself, but like good this time.
Or could you not redirect it to him? Like absorb it and shoot him with a laser?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably makes the most sense. So
catch the lightning.
I do think I'll just roll though. I'll leave that hold for something else, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to try to absorb it and then blast it back at him, basically. Right?
Okay.
All right. Any minuses?
Nope.
I'm wielding my powers. Here we go. Hey.
Nice.
Okay, so I get to choose one, take hold of something vulnerable to you, create something useful from your environment, or neutralize an opponent or threat, at least for now. I assume this just counts as like one tick on the condition clock, right, of like surviving.
Yeah, I would agree. So.
Right.
I mean, so depending on what you choose, right? Like neutralize.
I want to choose neutralize. Yeah.
So you're neutralizing him for now, so it buys you time, right?
Yep. So basically,
you absorb it and like blast it back, and he's forced to like teleport, right? And so he
comes forward with a giant blast of solar energy, kind of comes up with a right hook to like, and I just like neatly sidestep almost with like teleportation. One of the things that Vulcan does is he kind of flashes an orange and then sidesteps dimension doors around. And so he does that, goes just to the side so that he's now like Reaper's arm is going in front of him, and he just grabs the wrist and just grabs his fist, right? And then and we see it go into the armor.
Yeah. I like that. It, like recoils, but like we don't see the explosion.
Yeah, but then out of Vulcan's chest, just laser and Reaper goes sliding into the desert, right?
Oh, he does not. Oh no, not even close. No, he teleports. He becomes an ice statue, and like ice splatters across the thing, ice. Right? Yep. And
some random guy tailgating nearby in the desert just gets slapped with a shrapnel of ice.
This totally doesn't happen, but he's holding a drink and he's like, oh, it's so hot out here, and an ice cube falls into his cup.
Oh yeah, no,
it's shaped like a finger or something.
Yeah, the hero that we need. Oh man, every guy's hero. So then
you need to go back and insert this guy into every fight, and he'll just be like our cabbages guy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that'd be great. Oh man,
that's actually a great idea. You should have done that from the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah. Okay, so it like explodes in ice, and I think he teleports like maybe a ways away from you, and then like throws down bubble gum. I think he stumbles for a bit. Like he teleports, and then he has to like catch his footing, because he like normally when he's teleporting, he's like, I saw that coming. He did not see that coming. So he like stumbles and he catches himself and then throws down some bubble gum and then lunges himself at you. And then we're gonna cut from there. Actually, we'll hit that point.
Last thing I think we get from Vulcan is before we saw this from Reaper, because obviously we end on that shot, but as Reaper teleports away, we just hear Vulcan say to his armor, I do not feel confident about this. Not in the slightest.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That was Vulcan's way of saying that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're actually going to cut to Team 3 and Team 2 as they are getting ready to port out to rescue everybody else. So Emperor is helping out, and we get a shot of everybody inside the the Emperor realm, right? And
I forgot that was happening.
Yeah. We see Emperor, and I think we see DJ as he kind of gets pulled in first, right? And Emperor kind of nods to him, and DJ's like, "Oh no, hide or something. You're supposed to be a secret." And Emperor kind of looks down at himself, and then just basically just fades into code.
Homer Simpsons himself into the code.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And we see all of Team 2 and Team 3, and Iceblade is this is such a bad idea. I have no idea what's happening. Where are we? And then we see him get pulled, and he gets ported off one by one. Each person, Emperor, is
Shorty
taking to.
Shorty already ran off before this.
Shorty
happened,
already
right?
ran off.
Okay.
Yeah, he's already gone. So we see kind of everybody get one by one pulled away by Emperor, and then a few seconds pass, and then another person gets pulled. And Pocket Arsenal is there, and he's like, "Man, this is so cool. How was this even possible?" And he gets ported out. And Haunting Harmony.
I think he, of all people, can understand other dimensions.
Right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but also he's inside of a digital world, right? That's different than it's okay, fair, but it's still
he doesn't go inside his own arsenal.
Well, here, you're going to tell me he's never taken a can. Wait, he's gone into his own dimension?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, that'd be like swallowing your own tongue. Why would you do that? What if you can't get back out?
He just opens the thing. I don't know. Yeah,
that's the worst idea. I would think
the first time he tried that, he was very stupid.
Yeah, I would have put a camera in there and been like, "Oh, what does it look like in here?" I want to put my face in.
Well, I don't know if he was the first person to go in, but besides the point, he's a really interesting character. So Pocket Arsenal going to pull us away, and I think Haunting Harmony is standing next to him and kind of laughs at that, and then turns and looks at Emoticon, and Emoticon looks stressed and anxious, and Haunting Harmony goes up to him and says, "Are you okay?" And Emoticon doesn't even look at her. He just says, "I just hope I make it in time." And then Haunting Harmony gets pulled, and
you're not going to.
DJ kind of looks over at Emoticon and concerned, and Emoticon looks over at DJ, and Emoticon just nods to him and then gets pulled away. And one by one, everybody else kind of gets pulled away. We see DJ kind of get distracted, and he kind of walks over and he sees this. Well, actually, I think he's looking around. He's kind of exploring, and he kind of has his headphones on in here, and he's kind of it's kind of moving some stuff around as he's kind of waiting. He's kind of ADHD, kind of looking around, and he sees this zip folder, and he goes over to it, and he's like, "What?
Don't do it. No."
He goes, and he peeks it open a little bit and looks inside, and then Emperor appears, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, and zips it up really quick, and he's like, "Hey," and Emperor's like, "Please don't touch anything." And DJ's like, "Right, of course."
It's like touching the zipper on my pants. It's very rude.
And yeah, DJ gets
all my private documents.
Yeah. Okay. So
don't open my homework file.
Oh no.
Okay. So
why is your homework folder 7 gigabytes?
We port away. With DJ. I think we'll get this scene now. We port away with DJ, and he goes over to where Omnimorph is fighting Arsenal, and he like goes inside the facility, and he's like, "Oh, whoa, this is like totally crazy." And Emperor's like, "Do you need my help?" And Ichi's like, "Nah, I got this. This is totally fine. I'm very confident." And Emperor's like, "All right," and ports away. And DJ's like, "Oh, I see that." And then he kind of like analyzes the situation and sees that like Omnimorph is just kind of like trying to survive and escape, and like everything is like blowing up. This whole facility is like just completely destroyed, basically. And DJ is kind of like looking around for things that aren't destroyed, and he sees that Arsenal is actually standing on like a platform that acts as like a little elevator that like moves boxes up and down on a platform. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is great." And he lifts it up. He puts his headphones on. He's like does his little thing, right? He's like feeling the beat, and like maybe we like get the beat too. And it's like, this like really like poppin' beat. And he like moves the elevator, but like really fast, and like basically just like throws Arsenal off of his like off balance. And Omnivore like sees it happen, and he just immediately knows. He's like, "Thanks, kid." And he just like zooms straight up, and Arsenal like catches himself and then fires a bunch of more missiles and like tries to like blow up Omnimorph before he can get out of the ceiling or like break through the ceiling. And he's like, 1 missile, 2 missile, and like Omnimorph just like bobbing and weaving, and then just like barely gets out through the smoke. And Arsenal like, "Oh!" and like bombs like blow up everywhere. And DJ is like, "Oh, okay, I think it's time to go. Hey, Emperor." And Emperor comes back, and he's like, "Did it go well?" And DJ's like, "Please help me, get me out of here." And he pulls him out.
Nice.
And we will go and see Countess as well before we get back to probably not Left Wing. We'll probably jump to Bastion after this, but we're gonna get a shot of Countess. Countess has been there with Push, where all of the basically the mob, all the civilians are like attacking Countess and stuff like that, throwing rocks at her and stuff like that. But mainly, and they're kind of like surrounding Push, so that he's like in the middle, so she can't get to him. And she's being chased by Aftershock, this like big guy. Actually, let me pull these people up on the screen. He's like this big guy, looks intense, very athletic, and Countess is like phasing through things, trying to bob and weave, and like trying to get close in to Push without like hurting any of the civilians, but it's like basically impossible. Next Countess. Where is Aftershock? And this is Push. He's not Trump. We made that joke last time.
Yep.
And Countess kind of like is trying to keep her distance from Aftershock. And at one point, I think she just kind of like spins on Aftershock, and she's like, "Okay, I'm just going to take this guy down first." And Aftershock like jumps towards her with like a full-on punch, and Countess then, instead of like dodging this time, she just like phases through him, and the punch like goes right through her chest, and she just like phases through him, and he seems like it kind of like reverberates through his body, and she turns around and does like a claw attack. And Aftershock like pushes himself back, just barely escapes the like claw as it goes past his face. And then Aftershock lands and then like does something with his fist right as we see Countess like land on the asphalt. She like puts her feet on the ground and like catches herself. And as soon as she does that, we see him go like this, and she gets blown back as if she was just punched in the chest. And she falls back, and like as she's falling, she like blood come out of her mouth, and she falls over against the concrete, and she goes And over the comm, she's like, I'm up against something that's made for me. And she, Aftershock, like takes a big jump and like lands with his feet, like where Countess was, but Countess like phases through the concrete.
Mhm.
And we'll cut to Bastion and Dragon. And actually,
Nice.
technically speaking, that happens before Marty is like, she's gonna, somebody has to get there and help her. So I could have opened with that, but we'll just go with it. Bastion, the last thing you did was burn. You just pulled a bunch of wood to yourself. Dragon's kind of losing it. What do you do?
I've had a month to figure out what I'm gonna do.
And you haven't yet.
I'm gonna throw carbon at them.
Oh man, I punch it. Stab it. I kill it.
Yeah.
Oh. So what do you do
Works
with
every
your
time.
carbon? Do you hit Dragon with your carbon? Wow, that's such a crazy move. Wow, why would you do that?
I vaguely remember saying I put carbon armor on him. Is that true?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so I don't need to do that. I'm going to form all of the carbon into like rapidly spinning saw blades. I'm gonna try and take out Tree Guy right away.
But master, we don't
Paul
have
Bunyan
enough
on
fuel for the fire.
The forest of Fangorn lies on our doorstep. Burn it.
Oh, heck.
Absorb it.
Yeah, dude, that's great. Okay. What do you do with the saw blades?
I'm going to attack Tree Guy with them.
You're gonna attack. So if I remember correctly, you can't see Tree Guy right now. You don't know where he is. Quagmire is like in the fray of it, but you don't see where Blightbringer is. You just know that Quagmire is not the one controlling the trees.
Okay, I'll use the.
That's why I
saw
had.
blades
He's kind of like off to the side here. He's like
Yeah.
to represent you don't know.
Okay, I'm going to use the saw blades to try and clear up a path to find it.
Yeah. But just basically try and clear everything out, right?
Yeah. What's it called?
You're reshaping your environment.
Reshaping my environment.
Yep.
Okay.
Or unleash your powers.
Yeah.
I said wield your powers. Sorry.
Yeah, you go.
Get into that argument so soon, are we? Woo!
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Trying to cut down a whole forest for the trees feels pretty
precise,
pretty
right? Yeah. For graceful.
So much precision and grace. I mean, let's be real.
All right, so
just spin while you do it, and then I'll make it graceful.
do we have 2 team?
Do we have
on the
I don't
board?
know.
Don't we add
I'm
one at
fine
the
with
beginning
that.
of the
Just
session or
like
something?
persisting. What's that?
Don't we add one at the beginning of the session? Or
Oh,
something?
yes, we do. Yes, we do. Maybe that should be after every mission too. We'll see. Another tree to burn, right? Okay, so do you want to spend a team on Dragon?
I'm reading the
Sure.
Unleash Your Power.
Yeah. What does that do? What game are you playing?
On a 7 to 9, I just mark a condition, or the GM tells you how the effect is unstable.
Or temporary. Yeah.
What are you actually trying to do again?
Reshape the environment to find the Tree Guy.
Oh, you're trying to find
Yeah,
it.
just
Okay.
like blaze through all the trees to like make sure he can see.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume this is temporary. That makes more sense. So you can just make more trees.
Sure. I mean, yeah, right. Like, essentially, we'll do it like this. So you're just like blazing over trees, right? And essentially, like you're doing that, but then like the trees start to like grow back, right? And it's like I think I like it if it's like this, like kind of like oozy, like tar almost. That's like almost like it's oil or tar or something that's like reforming the trees, and then like the actually it almost seems like the trees are like different now. Like instead of it's being like a corrupted tree, it's more like it's like an actual like black tree now. It's like they're like reforming. But like yeah, the trees are just clear enough where you you like use your carbon sense or whatever, and then you look over, and maybe like one of Dragon's blasts like help illuminate him as well. And you like see somebody's like head kind of like duck down behind like a stump or whatever, kind of like right as you see him, and you're like, ha.
I can attack now.
I guess I'm supposed to like do stuff too, right? Because I'm like the GM,
probably.
and maybe I should like narrate something.
Well, he didn't
okay.
take a condition, so he doesn't need to do a villain move. And
no, it's not necessarily a villain move.
You don't necessarily have to do a harder suck move if you don't want to.
No, right.
But
you know,
you could just let us win. I mean, that's
I gotta do something, right? I can just stand here. All these trees are getting cut down. That's crazy. So, Quagmire, you said he had made of carbon armor, right?
Yeah.
I think we'll just get a shot of like a dragon, like maybe like seeing that you're like burning down, like cutting down some of the trees and stuff like that. And he sees some of the like black ichor coming up, and he tries to like burn some of it away. And then Quagmire like shoots out some mud and tries to like grab his arm. And maybe I'm just gonna. I feel like we just did this last time, so I think I might just give this one to you at this point, just to kind of. I'm just trying to reset kind of what the stage here. He kind of like reaches up with some mud to try and grab like Dragon's foot, and Dragon like gets caught by it. He doesn't react in time. He like turns with like angry eyes when he like feels it, and you with your carbon kind of like help move him away from it and like release him, basically, get him out of the way. And Quagmire like grunts and turns more towards you, Bastion.
Okay. Is it my turn? An initiative?
Yeah. Well, what do you do?
I'm gonna try and weave the saw blades through the trees and the foliage to get to Lightbringer.
Okay. To get to him, you mean like you're trying to attack him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You just be like I see you now, and so you just like launch everything at him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like you're attacking, right? I feel like you're trying to trade blows.
Yeah.
Seems fair to me. Directly engage a threat. Roll plus danger.
Well, I'm gonna roll free because I'm using a burn.
Oh, okay, yeah. So is that one burn?
It's one right now. And then after the move, I can choose to spend a second one.
Choose to spend a second one to do what?
To prevent unwanted huge collateral
damage. Oh, that's right. You can use one to roll freak instead of danger, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Do I get a situational bonus from my prior roll?
Nah, you can just see him, right? Like you just know where he is. This makes this roll possible. Linked test.
A link test, yeah.
Yeah, it's a linked test, not a fork.
Yeah. Let's go. I didn't even need it.
Dang.
Woo! Full hit. All right. On a hit, you trade blows. On a 10 plus, pick 2. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them, or create an opportunity for your allies. Oh, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. Ooh.
I'm going to obviously resist the blows because that's the best one.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay.
Because the rest of the girls are kind of just sitting there doing nothing.
No, they're gone. They're gonzo. Picked up and left.
Oh, okay. They were like
They
here.
abandoned you. Yeah. Then
what's Morningstar doing? Because if they picked the girls up, Morningstar's like here then.
Yeah. Yes.
Is he watching?
Currently, he is studying. He's watching. Yeah.
Can I roll a superior to assess what he's doing?
No. You could roll a mundane. Yeah, you could pierce the mask. I mean, you're just let's resolve the one roll first. But you're creating an opportunity for your allies.
That
create
an opportunity for Dragon,
right? I mean, I don't think he decides, right? Like maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But like ultimately, you're creating an opportunity for your allies. That's resolved.
Well, it basically just matters if Morningstar is currently an ally.
Yes, Morningstar is an ally.
But is he?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I say no.
Okay, let's take a vote. Everybody say aye.
He is a hostile and should be treated with extreme prejudice.
That's what we should
Alright.
do. We should give Connor a reason to make Morningstar attack our friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
Make it 3.
See what happens.
I'll
Let's
make
go.
you a deal, Connor. I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
Make Morningstar a villain, and
Okay.
I get to come back to consciousness so I can fight him.
Nope.
No.
Objection. Overruled. All right.
I don't think you get to do both of those.
Yeah, I do.
Also,
Sure,
if
I
you
do.
overruled the objection, doesn't that mean
Nope. I objected for him
if you
and then overruled
sustain
it.
an objection?
I think
then
the objection was him speaking for me.
I think you just overturned
Yeah.
your own objection. Anyways,
So what have I did? so what is the opportunity you're creating for your allies? I mean, besides the obvious, right? Like you're exposing him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the blades cleared out more of the trees around him. He's distracted. He's injured.
Yep.
His focus, and you said Quagmire's focus was now on me.
Yep.
So
I think Dragon zooms over there, definitely. Are you trying to pull Morningstar into the conversation?
no.
Let's do this. Dragon zooms over there and fire blasts him, and Lightbringer like just barely like pulls wood up in time before it's like burned away, and he like falls back and like he like cries out, his like arms are burned, right? And I think in response to that, right? Let me mark 2 conditions. This guy. Let me just put a 2 on it. That doesn't work. What do I make up? Well, there you go. Blue and a red. Heck yeah. All right.
Are we supposed to be able to see these?
yeah. I do see it. There you go. You know that if you hover over one of the colors and push a button, a number button, it'll put a number. But
I
he's
tried that.
tiny.
It didn't work.
I see.
Really?
Yeah.
You hovered over the red and pushed 2 or whatever. It didn't do anything.
Yeah. It did something now, but now it doesn't show.
Okay. I also can't see it because he's tiny.
Yeah, you need to make sure
Yeah.
that the token has permissions for people to see things.
That's
Which
too
token are you
much
trying
work.
to do it on?
That's too much work.
Yeah, so I see it.
I can see it. I just what I meant was he's tiny.
Yeah.
Let us zoom in really far.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so much bigger now. Okay.
Whoa, he's huge. Well, so that's the next thing he does. Actually,
He
is
just grows gargantuan.
no,
he makes a tree mech.
he does not a tree neck.
Oh.
He makes a big like blackened like tree end.
Nice.
Like it grows behind him, and I think Dragon is like roars like he's gonna like kill like do the final blow or something like that, and he's like looks up and he just sees this like black mass like appearing behind Lightbringer, and I'm gonna say the mass this is his villain move, right? The mass just like shoots a bunch of like branches out at Dragon, and I'll let you respond to that, Bastion.
He's bending the vines.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
I see someone. They're inside there.
I'm gonna
We're kin.
defend him.
Wait, him and Lightbringer and Botanist see each other. Wait, you braid trees too? We're kin.
We're kin.
Sorry, Bastion. I don't know what you said.
He said, "I'm going to defend him." I don't think.
Okay, all right, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull him away and try to take all the saws that are still in one piece and chop up all the ones that get too close. To him.
Also, didn't
Okay,
he just cover
okay.
himself in a carbon coffin? Can't you just squish him?
No, he's not inside the end. But either way, it's like, let's say he was. So he made it behind him. So he's like this big
Okay.
let's say that it was, right? Essentially it becomes the like
A tug of war.
the
Right.
tug of war.
Yeah.
Anyway, so go ahead and roll defend.
Yeah.
Save your
Nice. Feeling a lot better about going with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a hit, you keep them safe and choose 1. Add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
Let's say you can clear a condition, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, may as well clear a condition.
Yeah, it's like a super based move.
Yeah.
Like the obvious answer, always.
Some of my injuries heal.
You just slurp up some of the tree juice.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not like you're healing, right? It's conditions,
Yeah.
right? So you right now had angry, and what was the other one you had?
Guilty.
Okay, so you're clearing guilty. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
I got this. I'm saving them, right? Okay. Do you want to analyze Morningstar? I guess does Bastian turn and look at him?
I mean, if he's not doing anything, he's just standing there. I'd probably glance at him, but
yeah, I think you should roll Pierce the Mask.
Maybe you could just yell at him and tell him to do something and stop being useless. I don't know if you have enough time to like. I mean, it's up to Connor, but I mean,
yeah. If we're getting rid of the end of session moves, I need to farm potential somehow.
We're not getting rid of the end of session moves. We're just using them properly. What are you talking about with this?
6.
You could use team.
Nice.
But man, that potential.
Did you? You didn't use team for that one, right?
No.
Just remember, on a miss, bad things happen.
Yeah.
Also, what do you need to buy for level ups? We're like 2 away from maxing it out, and you need to get.
I need to buy the Clear the Doom sign one.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I got my second moment of truth just in case for this session.
There you go.
I'll spend one of the team.
What are you spending the team on?
I mean, like Dragon's the only other one there. Or
how does Dragon? I don't know.
He could yell at him.
What are you? You're trying to pierce the mask, right? How does Dragon in his drunken anger stupor help you understand what Morningstar is about? All right.
Does Morningstar?
He says, "What's your problem? Do something."
Say that again, Jared.
Did Morningstar help pierce his own mask?
You know what? Yeah, he's weird like that. No. Okay, so if you want to use it on Dragon, I have an answer actually.
Oh, okay. If you think it's yeah, you're the one who you sold this to me.
I did. Well, I was more just like it's something Bastian would do. I feel like he's like, hey, what the heck? Like, why are you standing there? He's trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so dang, that's a -3. Yo, that's crazy.
I got angry.
You're angry, yeah. Oh,
and I've got -2.
That's wild. Okay.
Pretty good roll, all things considered.
Yeah, actually, really good. Okay, so yeah, you like look over at him, and he's like standing and watching, and you're like, what the heck? And maybe you like start to say something, and then like Quagmire like shoots some mud at you, and you like dodge out of the way, and you get pulled back into it. And I think maybe Dragon like shoots some flames to like protect you from some branches, and he's like, just ignore him. He is here to politic against me. So this is now a partial success.
What are you really planning?
Yeah, what are you really planning? Morningstar is here because he thinks that Dragon is going to kill these people instead of take them in, and he's here to stop them. He's here to stop Dragon from doing that.
Okay. What if
didn't he just murder a guy?
He
literally melted
the electric
melted
guy in the ambulance, right?
No, well,
Dragon did that, yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about this guy who's standing here being pretentious about the fact that Dragon might kill someone in self-defense, but he literally just killed someone who wasn't dangerous to him.
Oh, he was Wait, Rend?
Well, yeah, I mean, he was dangerous, but at that point, he'd just been burned super bad.
But there was no way to take him in, right?
Yeah, I mean, that feels like
he was still, so like he like half melted, right?
Right.
And he was still like walking towards Palladium, about to melt him, right? He was like,
sure.
He was like about to kill Palladium.
Right.
And they, like melty.
Just really not sure I see
Listen,
a lot of difference.
We're not arguing that he shouldn't have killed whatever Blade
Ren.
guy is.
It's just that he shouldn't be concerned about that.
He should kill this guy.
He sees the difference here. Yeah.
Well, okay, let me think about this. Maybe that answer isn't so specific. Maybe the answer is more like he's here to keep Dragon in check. Maybe that's the more clear answer, right? It's not as specific. He just knows that Dragon likes to bend and break the rules. Right. And so he's here to keep him in line.
Ironically, breaking the rules and doing so. But yeah.
Ironically, letting us die in the process.
He's not letting you die.
I mean, yeah, you're doing pretty good right now.
He's not helping.
I'm sure he'll step in if you start to lose him.
His power is very big gun. His power is very like he's. I mean, this could be maybe a different answer of the question, right? But just so that you don't think too poorly of him, just in general, like he's.
Why would
he's
you want
not
us
here
not to think
just,
poorly of him?
Well, he's not here just to watch and not participate. Like that's not what he's planning to do. He's not planning to just watch and not participate in the fight. He's very like when he fights, it's you know.
He's trying not to catch you in his fireball. He does care how big the room is.
Yes.
What was it the dragon said?
Dragon said he's here to politic.
No wonder he's not one of the 7.
Jeez.
I'm going to roll to provoke him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna turn him into a bad guy if he wasn't one already.
What's your goal here? What are you trying to...
To get him to join now.
Instead of just okay. When you provoke someone susceptible to your words, so you're trying to get them to do roll.
We've already shown that he's susceptible to that specific taunt.
So at a 10+, they rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 to 9, they can instead choose one. So either they stumble, you take +1 forward against them. They err, you gain a critical opportunity, or they overreact, you gain influence over them.
I pick one of those, or they do?
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think the thing that makes the most sense is that you gain influence over them.
Yeah.
I mean, you gain a critical opportunity. I don't know what that means. Take +1 forward against them. You're not actually fighting him right now.
What does overreact look like, though? I mean, he's getting influence for it, but narratively, what does overreacting look like?
I have an answer for that.
Okay.
He kills them.
Yeah, he blows them up.
So
he joins the team, the murderer.
On a
team.
10+, they rise to the bait and do what you want. So he doesn't actually just attack. He doesn't do that thing. So instead, he overreacts.
Yeah.
He attacks me and Dragon. No, I'll do the.
You guys think I write one-note characters? Come on. You think I write black and white people? That's crazy.
I mean, at least some of them are black and some of them are white. I don't know.
That's true.
There's one girl who's both.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is actually
Also,
true.
literally true.
Exactly.
Is that what you choose, Jared? Bastian?
Right.
They overreact.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I think you say that, and he like yells after you, and Dragon, and he says, "Just because I'm not being ruled by my emotions, I'm trying to be careful with my fighting. I'm trying not to burn you all up." And he just kind of like starts mumbling to himself, like he's like super mad. Like you totally got under his skin. That's what you did here.
Okay. I prolonged his help.
You influence, right? Here we go.
Woo.
I don't know how
Why
to
is he dead?
Well, it's because he was on Caleb's he was on Palladium's tracker. So I copied it from there. And that was to signify that he doesn't have influence over Palladium.
Right.
Okay, we're going to cut from there to Left Wing.
That's me.
Left Wing, you are flying. You're flying with Skystrand, Thunder, Quantum Quill, in Mist, and Exothermia, and Palladium. But Palladium's unconscious, obviously, and so is Exothermia. I think Skystrand is flying, and I think maybe like Margie over the comms is like, how far out are you guys? And Skystrand says, "I'm flying as fast as I can. We're about a mile out. Are we going to make it?" And Marty says, I don't know. Just try and hurry. Maybe drop off the sidekicks." Do you say anything to that?
We're going to Countess, right?
Yeah.
A mile out?
Yeah.
How high are we?
No.
So, I mean, if we're a mile out and high enough, we can probably see a giant mob, right?
No.
Is it what's obscuring it?
Buildings.
Okay, so we're just not.
It's like
high
you can
enough.
kind of see the city.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I how many people is she carrying?
5? Mist, Thunder, Quantum Quill, palladium, exothermia, you. So 6.
Jeez. Yeah, I guess I'm like, do what you need to do, but if you can get me over the crowd, I can just put a priority target in your hair and you can just strangle him.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like you've probably been briefed on at least a little bit more about what Countess is up against, so you know what she's fighting. I think Skystrand kind of like, I guess, are you rolling to provoke her there? Like to keep you?
I guess so. I mean, I can. How about I persuade with best interests?
Maybe it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let me think. Yeah, I don't think that matters in terms of a role. I think it more just matters in terms of like setting the stage, because we're gonna do the thing that we talked about, so it won't matter as directly as that. It's more like, where do you want your view to be?
Sure. I'm actually not sure which thing you mean.
Oh, well,
maybe because I remember talking about a thing, but I don't remember it having to do with.
It doesn't have anything to do with this. That's what.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Basically, he's like, you can drop the others off if you want, like if you're slowing you down, but don't drop me off because I can basically halfway end this in one swoop.
Yep. I think Scott. Yeah. Go ahead. Then roll for that. Yeah. To convince her. Can you persuade with best interest? Is that a? Do you have?
Yeah, I have it now. It's an adult move now.
Really?
It's the only adult move that I read that I was like, wait, these all suck, but this one's not bad. So.
If they're an NPC on a 10+, they buy it and act accordingly. On a 7 to 9, they need concrete assurance right now. That's a good roll. I like that one.
It is good. And he's a superior, which is why I took it, because it lets me talk to people with superior, which I guess is provoke was already that way, but
yeah.
Anyways, not great, but something.
Okay. I need concrete assurance right now.
I don't. What does that mean?
Maybe she's like, Countess is your mentor, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the tug is here for her. Need concrete assurance right now. I guess it's not that she doesn't think that you're worth keeping because of your power to take a power, right? But more that, like, who's more important to get there faster, her or you?
Right. Well, yeah, I guess that's.
And I think what she's trying to figure out is like, are you thinking in terms of unbiasedly,
right?
And you think it's actually better for me to get you there because you'll be able to help in that way, or?
He's like, without me, you're going to have to fight your way through a whole bunch of civilians. With me, I can put that guy straight into your hair and you can just strangle him. I don't think he's got any special... If he has any special physical powers, we don't know about him. If he can possess you, I guess that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't suck, I guess. But we can cut this thing in half right away if you take me. If you leave me, you're going to have to fight through all those people. And if that was able to be done, Countess would have done it.
Yeah, I think she nods. I think what you told her is you're able to detach yourself emotionally from the situation.
Yeah.
And so
he probably looks at her like, don't worry, I'm following this through.
Yeah. So I think she looks at Thunder and she says, if she even moves, you might have to kill her. You up for that? And Thunder nods. She says, I won't let her kill anybody. I promise. And
that wasn't a yes. Can I pierce her mask? I mean, can I fail this?
What I guess what you're trying to see if.
I mean, I know that's a much more loaded question towards Thunder than this hair lady does. So
I don't think it's a role. I think you believe her that she is going to do whatever it takes.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. She's not like it's more that she's trying to obfuscate the idea of killing her out of her mind.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's what worries me. But okay. All right. All right.
Okay. So she like, I think she's like, Quantum, you got this. And she's like, sure. And she just drops everybody else. And Quantum like puts a bunch of pieces together and like helps everybody drift down. Yeah. and Sky's run gets so much faster.
Yeah, sure.
She like bolts it, and she says, I think as you fly a little bit of ways, she says, "You're good at this, kid. You're good at people." And I think with that, you remember something,
Sure.
and we have a flashback.
Yeah, I look at her. I'm like, yeah. Glad you said so. Glad you think so.
Yeah, we get a flashback scene of you training emoticon. And I think we're going to cut before we get to that scene. We're going to tease that scene out. Let's cut back to Vulcan and Reaper. Vulcan, let's, instead of taking this fight exactly piece by piece, let's take it moment by moment. We come back to this fight and things have escalated. We're not, taking it exactly where we left off. We're coming back into the fight. Tell me kind of what's Vulcan's been doing to stay alive.
They should be somewhere else now,
sense.
like a totally different place. Like this is just,
yeah, sure.
Like how when in Invincible, when anyone who can fly fights, they're just now we're on a mountain and now we're in a subway.
Probably not quite that crazy, but like a very different part of the desert, but still.
Okay. I was gonna say it would be funny if we just see like a random abandoned part of the old Reaper base, and then suddenly,
sure. Actually, why not?
That's kind of fun, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Vulcan or Reaper that slams through the floor?
Vulcan, who's being slammed by Reaper, obviously, right?
Being slammed by Reaper?
Being slammed by Reaper.
Yeah. Okay, sure, yeah. So we see Reaper like pin him down, and I think Vulcan sprays some energy, right? And gets Reaper off of him for a moment, and then you kind of stand off for a second. We kind of regroup. You guys both catch your breath.
Yeah.
I think. Let me think this through. Oh, this could get crazy really fast. Let me go look at his document of all of his powers.
You mean spreadsheet?
Yeah, no, it's not a spreadsheet. Maybe it should be.
No,
it probably should be. Categorize them.
Just implying that it requires organization because there's so many.
Yeah. You know what? I think he tries something. I think you find it strange that he didn't do this before, and I think maybe it's just because. I'll kind of play it out. He does a pulse, and it doesn't affect your armor. So maybe you flinch, but it doesn't actually do anything. Yeah. And you're experienced enough that you recognize this as an EMP blast. And Reaper kind of nods to himself, yep, confirmed.
Yeah. Not mechanical armor of any sort.
Yeah. Yep.
Special cool sci-fi government tech or anything. Yeah.
Yep. So maybe there's maybe there are some computers here that fry. And he kind of stands up and he says,
well, yeah, probably what it was is there's probably some emergency lights or something that were down here still on, and they all go out, and then suddenly it's only the orange glow from Vulcan's armor, right?
Yes. Oh, that's great, actually. Oh man. Oh, I love that. Yeah. I think as soon as the lights go out, he lunges towards you. And I guess I'll let you describe kind of how you respond to that.
Obviously, I comfort and support him by telling him how he exemplifies the best parts of Earth. No.
Surprise.
I'm just kind of glancing through my other moves to see if any of them are relevant. I can, of course, always spend that hold I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess alien tech isn't going to be helpful here because it says when you alter a human device with your alien technology, but he just blasted all this stuff down here anyway. So I was probably just wielding my powers. I'm trying to think. So he lunges at me again with anything in particular, or just lunge?
He lunges towards you, and salt spikes just kind of appear out of thin air, kind of sent a fan out of him, like a fan, like a wave fan from him.
So I want to do a similar thing to counter it, and then we just see wave
energy
of
pulse.
orange energy pulse out for me in a ripple, right? Right.
Okay.
And it's probably what I wanted to do is like push him and his salt spikes away down the hallway of this like dark tunnel.
Are you trying to center it like the wave like folds?
Yeah, maybe we just pulse it from my hands down the hallway.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, it looks like vibrations, but it's like these pulses of orange shooting out. What?
And it feels more like Unleash Your Powers than Precision and Grace.
Yeah, but I mean, are those like the same thing?
They are, but
yeah, no. So I'm not going like this. I'm going.
Okay.
This.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
I have
Great
a
definition.
I have a suggestion. We should come up with a different trigger for this that has more to do about like pushing past limits and fighting at scale, because that's the difference between like us and adults, and it's an adult move.
Sure.
Which should really be like when you push past your limits and do something crazy, right? Not like I feel like Bastion being like army of saws, cut down the forest and knock over my lamp. It should have counted. That should have been an adult move. That was crazy, right? So I don't know. I feel like we should I think we should brainstorm a new. It doesn't have to be what I said. You should brainstorm.
The thing is, I almost feel like it's the opposite, though, David. I agree with those definitions, but I think it's the opposite of what you just said. Where I think unleashing your powers is I am doing something that I've never done before, and that starts off being everything when you're a kid, and then when you get to wield your powers with precision and grace, then suddenly the things that you've been doing, because we talked about those with Bastion, right? The things that he does all the time, it's like, oh yeah, easy, right? Like I'm an adult now.
It's so like
these are the things I do all the time.
Actually, a really good example is whenever Bastion would do something, one of the like problems that can happen is like causes unwanted damage. That's how I've always thought about it. Is like unleashing your powers is like blast, whereas precision and grace is like focused. But I do agree that we should modify it. So like it should be with precision, but it also should be something powerful. Like you're doing something powerful.
Or like Caleb said, it could be when you do something you've done 1,000 times before, right?
Yeah.
So like when Bastion goes to make
yeah.
armor, it's like I've done this. I know how to do.
Well, because he's wielding his powers with precision and grace, right? Like he's done the move a million times, and he just does it instantly.
You do a signature move,
right?
With more precision.
I like that. Okay.
And that's how I've been thinking about it since that moment with Bastion a while back where we talked about it. Is we start off with only unleash your powers because everything you do is new, right?
Yeah.
Or at least not mastered yet.
Yeah, I like that. That's really good. Okay, so obviously Vulcan's done this 1,000 times, right? Precision and
not everything 1,000 times.
Yes, exactly. I mean, most of the stuff that Vulcan's going to do is going to be this, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a adult. Any minuses?
No.
All right, got a 7.
Okay, and a 7 to 9, you pick 1 instead of 2, right?
And
I hit choose 1 and 10 plus choose 2.
Yeah.
Take hold of something vulnerable to you, create something useful from your environment, neutralize an opponent or threat, at least for now.
Oh wait, did I rolled a 11 on this the first time? I forgot got to do 2. I only chose one option the first time, but I guess it was take hold of something vulnerable to you, which was his energy, and then neutralize an opponent or threat, at least for now, right? I was grabbing his solar energy and blasting it back at him.
Yeah.
Anyway, right now I will just choose neutralize an opponent or threat, at least for now, right? I'm imagining this is like more of like I'm setting my blaster to stun sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you push him down the hall, right?
Yeah.
And
I'm just I think he's trying to concentrate on it for as long as he possibly can, just to be like down the hallway, just keep going further and further away from me. Don't come near me. And obviously he'll counter at some point, but
I think what happens is let me think this through. I think what happens is you get distracted by something. Omnimorph shoots himself down as a missile through the ceiling here to the rescue. He shoots himself down and like transforms and like obviously hero 3-point lands, right? and he turns and looks at you, and he says, "Vulcan, you're not answering your comms." And he like shakes his head. He's like, obviously, he's using statics power.
Yeah, I mean, he also did an EMP burst, so I think my unless I had some sort of alien comm, it's fried anyway. So.
Yeah. Actually, Omnimorph probably doesn't even say that because it's obvious you guys would have known that. So, but yeah. So he
looks
lands
directly
and he
at
says,
the camera.
Yeah. Sheer comms.
He must be using statics power.
Yeah. He lands and he says, "Where is he? Do we have time to get out?"
Oh, to me, like, Omnimorph just showed up here. Okay, sorry, I think I was misunderstanding the way you were framing that scene. And so I'm still down in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. He just shows up.
Yeah.
Okay. How did he show up? I definitely missed.
He shoots himself down where you guys were like falling through the floor.
Oh, the hole
as a missile. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And
sorry, my wife
lands.
My wife was texting me what I wanted for dinner. So.
Yeah, that's okay. You can blame your wife.
I will. No, she's great. So
what have I done?
I'm definitely like disheveled and stuff. Like my armor has cracks in places. I think I say. Sorry, what was his question to me?
He says, "Where is Reaper? Do we have time to get out?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think the first thing Vulcan says is, "Where are the rest of the Celestial Seven?"
They're in bad shape. Come on, let's go.
So now, what does Vulcan know in this moment? Am I supposed to stay here still, or like, was there something bad I was stopping Reaper from doing?
So just to remember what was happening. So each of you were clearing out bases, and each person when they got to this base at the exact same time. They all got ambushed, and at the same time you guys were triggered with beacon. So if you guys were getting near Reaper or getting in over your heads, anything like that, the first person to see Reaper is supposed to pull everybody back and go to Reaper as a group.
Sure.
That didn't happen though, because beacon didn't pull you out because he's dead.
Yes.
So at this point in time, everybody's just trying to escape, but you don't know that because your comms was dead the moment that Reaper was there.
Right,
but
true.
Obviously the protocol was to get out as soon as Reaper.
Right. So if I would definitely ask like, where is the Celestial Seven? And as soon as he says that, like, we're in bad shape, then I say, then all of this was an ambush. I think we must retreat. Reaper is far too powerful for even the likes of both of us.
He teleports in between both of you, and in a slow motion moment, you see the inversion of Null's power, and it goes out in a blast instead of a constant pull. And for a second, you both are powerless, and he is not.
That is, of course, when I will spend my hold.
Okay.
And it must be like the moment before he does this or something. So I will.
Maybe your armor warns you.
I will escape any bindings or impediments they attempt to place on you.
Nice.
Yes.
So I think I guess I could like do something like, stun them or something like that, like before he does this. But I am almost more interested in that last option because it's like it doesn't work on me for some reason. Can we figure out a reason why that might happen? Like, how can I escape the impediment of losing my power?
Well, you could move unless you're immune to it somehow, right? Because it's a zone. So if he's just out of the zone, it doesn't hit him. But,
I have a
Vulcan pushes himself away, right? I think it does work on you. In canon, it does work on you.
But here in our fanon, it doesn't. So
what's that?
I said, but here in our fanon, it doesn't.
Yeah. But that doesn't sound like I'm moving.
Oh,
that doesn't.
Yeah. As if there's a difference. Yeah. Anyways, go there.
We are the fans and the the canon builders. Yeah. I just don't know what, because it doesn't sound like that's triggering my move that or the thing I spent my hold on doesn't seem like that's what I did. So if I choose escape any bindings or impediments they attempt to place on you, that sounds like I am immune to what he's trying to do to me right now.
Yeah,
well, you're escaping, right?
You get away.
No, because I have a different thing for that.
Away.
I can just stun. I can ignore all harm. I can cross the distance between them and you. I can stun them close up from a distance. I can redirect their attack to another character or nowhere. But what I would like to choose that last one and have it not work on me for some reason.
Well, escape doesn't sound like it. You're not ignoring it, right? You're so like say they'd wrapped you up in
that's I suppose that's true.
Yeah, you're escaping
ropes,
an
right?
impediment. Impediment is taking the power, right?
You're right.
You can't change my canon. Let's go.
Omnimorph. I just thought it would be cool, right? If we had some sort because we had this whole thing with like he's an alien, his power is different, right?
Yes, and I've thought that through. And you at one point in this series will go, "That's why," and you'll think it's great.
I just know that if I choose this option, actually, Omnimorph is dead, so I would rather choose the other one. I'm going to choose stun them.
Yeah.
So the moment before this happens, I slam a hand into his face. This is what I do. I slam a hand into his face. So we see this slow motion, right? He teleports, and we see first. I think we see from Omnimorph's perspective, we see him slowly turn, and his eyes like are turning very slowly, and we can tell that he is not able to react quick enough. But when we get a wider shot and we see Vulcan is already moving his hand towards, because if we see the shot again from a different angle, it starts over again, we just see immediately Vulcan turn like this to immediately start putting, because he's expecting this, because Reaper's been teleporting all over the place. So we just see Vulcan as the thing is as the slow motion is beginning and Reaper teleports in, Vulcan's already and then he slams a hand into his face, and we see a bunch of his armor start, because he can move his armor around. You remember, obviously it's grown on him, but we've established with Palladium, you can move it and do things with it. It's like a whole thing, right? It's an alien organism all of its own. We see the armor just start to ripple and go up his arm and just clamp over his entire face, and then Reaper just whoa twirls off, because he's suddenly completely encased in this armor that is now blinding him with orange light right in his face, and a whole big portion of my chest plate is gone as it just all over his face. And then I let go and Reaper slams into the wall or something.
Okay, yeah. I think at that moment Omnimorph reaches out for his powers, and he goes, oh, what the? And then
and I'm already grabbing him. And oh,
yeah, and then forms into a missile, and maybe you just hold on to him, and he goes straight up, right?
Nice.
Okay. So Vulcan,
I think we see at this point, Vulcan, we see whatever his weird alien skin looks like underneath his armor.
Mm-hmm. He's probably wearing clothes, right?
I suppose so, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think we do see some sort of soft clothing underneath, like a tabard, or not a tabard, because a tabard would go over it. Whatever what's the name for the thing that you would wear underneath armor as a knight? There's some sort of name for the normal clothing. No, well, I guess maybe maybe it does look kind of like a gambesson.
That is what they would wear, or an arming coat.
Yeah. So I think we see this kind of whatever the alien version of this gambesson is. So maybe it's honestly some sort of reptilian that lives on their homeworld. It's a soft hide of that reptilian, as clothing underneath. Yeah, it's kind of like a scale gambesson or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It honestly looks like the whole looks very weird. Not only because his armor has grown into him so firmly that he doesn't usually do this. It is very strange. And honestly, it feels very weird to him to be naked like that.
He pulled out the big guns.
Yeah.
Ironically, this also means that you don't know. So that he didn't just use his null power and just take everyone's powers away for that moment. You just know that I guess maybe you could try and figure that out, but essentially,
what's his face turned into a missile, pedantic, right? So it must not have worked, right?
Well, I think the idea was Reaper moved past us, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
Reaper got stunned.
but I think so. Omnimorph is shooting out like a missile, right?
Yeah.
I think he gets out of the base, and we see Reaper like. Actually, I don't even think we see him like pull anything off. I think you just see like him shooting out with like bubblegum trailing behind him, right? Yeah. And he like launches himself up into the air.
We probably just see that his eyes are a little red. Right?
Yeah. And he actually he has his hand over his face, and we see it like you never see actually his face, but you see a mask growing. Or like just appearing on his face, and then he takes his hand away, and his mask is back, but his eyes are like bloodshot, and he reaches you and grabs onto your foot.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to think that one of the reasons that armor trick worked is because my armor is still a thing, even if my powers are gone. So if I had tried to do anything else with my orange light or something, it wouldn't have worked because my powers did go down for a moment. But I had my alien do a thing instead, right? And my alien is just an organism. Function. It's just a thing it can do, right? Anyway, so he grabs my foot. Do we cut away from that moment?
I think we do. But actually, I have to take 5 really quick.
Yeah, sure.
So
we can take a break.
We'll take a break here.
Sounds good.
You can pause the stream or you can just chat.
We'll be right back in just a moment with more Heroes in Training. Stick around.